For decades, one nation has shaped the world through power, culture, and innovation. This is the story of America's global influence. In the modern world, empires are no longer built on lands conquered or borders drawn. Their power lies in influence, reach, and ideas that shape nations far beyond their own soil. This is the story of the United States.
America's power extends far beyond its borders. Through trade, currency, and global markets, its reach touches every corner of the world, shaping economies and influencing nations without ever drawing a new line on a map.
Beyond money and markets, America shapes the world through culture. From Hollywood movies to music, social media, and digital platforms, its ideas and entertainment reach every corner of the globe, influencing the way millions live and think.
Technology has become America's newest weapon of influence. From Silicon Valley innovation to satellites, AI, and digital networks, its reach shapes the way the world communicates, works, and connects every day. America wields power not just through money or technology, but through diplomacy and influence. By guiding international decisions, leading organizations, and promoting values, its reach extends into the hearts of nations around the world.
America's power is also enforced through its military. From aircraft carriers to global bases, advanced technology, and alliances, its presence ensures influence, stability, and reach across every corner of the world.
Down. Across the globe, America's reach weaves through economies, culture, technology, diplomacy, and military might. This is an empire built not on conquest, but on influence, shaping the world in ways both visible and...
From the streets of Tokyo to cafes in Paris, from shopping malls in Sao Paulo to classrooms in Africa, American influence touches daily life across the globe. Its power is subtle, pervasive, and undeniable.
Start. Through digital networks, satellites, and advanced technology, the United States connects the world. Its influence flows invisibly, guiding communication, innovation, and the global exchange of ideas.
American culture travels far and wide through music, fashion, entertainment, and social media. Its influence shapes tastes, trends, and lifestyles, reaching people across continents in ways both visible and invisible.
America's economic influence flows through global trade, financial markets, and multinational corporations. From Wall Street to ports around the world, its reach shapes economies and drives the flow of capital across continents.
From elite universities to groundbreaking research, America shapes the world through education and science. Its knowledge flows across borders, inspiring innovation and connecting minds worldwide.
City. After the devastation of World War II, the United States emerged not just as a victor, but as a new global power. Through economic aid, reconstruction, and strategic alliances, it began shaping the world order that would define the core.
As the world rebuilt, a new divide emerged. Democracy and capitalism, led by the United States, faced off against Soviet communism. Europe became the first stage of a global ideological struggle, the Iron Curtain separating East from West.
The Cold War was a race for power like no other. Nuclear weapons, missiles, and technological advances created a tense standoff. The world watched as the United States and the Soviet Union faced each other in a deadly game of deterrence.
There, beyond Earth, the Cold War reached the stars. The United States and the Soviet Union raced to conquer space, demonstrating technological might and ideological superiority to the world.
While the superpowers never faced each other directly, the United States projected its influence through proxy wars and strategic interventions. From Vietnam to Korea, Cuba to Central America, its reach extended across the globe.
Beyond military might, the United States wielded economic and technological power to strengthen allies. Aid, education, and innovation became tools of influence, weaving a web that extended its reach around the globe. New
culture became a powerful tool of influence. Hollywood films, music, literature, and fashion carried American ideals across the globe, subtly shaping hearts and minds during the Cold War.
Through diplomacy and strategic alliances, the United States extended its influence without direct confrontation. Organizations like NATO and global partnerships became pillars of Cold War strategy, ensuring allies stood united against Soviet
nations. From Korea to Vietnam, and during moments like the Cuban Missile Crisis, the United States demonstrated leadership in global conflicts. Strategic decisions, alliances, and military presence defined its role as a superpower during the Cold War.
Around the world, the United States became a symbol of democracy and prosperity. Through aid, culture, and ideology, it shaped perceptions, inspiring allies, and influencing global thought during the Cold War.
Innovation became a pillar of power. From aerospace to computing and nuclear research, the United States led the world in science and technology, shaping the future and asserting its global dominance.
Through media, culture, and education, the United States projected its ideals around the world. Television, radio, literature, and cultural exchanges became tools of influence, shaping minds and aligning nations with its vision.
The United States transformed its economic strength into a global empire. The dollar became the world's currency, shaping trade, finance, and influence across continents.
From Bretton Woods to the rise of the petrodollar, America tied its currency to global trade. Every barrel of oil, every major transaction, flowed through the power of the US dollar.
Through its corporations and financial institutions, America extended its reach. Banks, technology, and industry carried the dollar's influence into every major economy on Earth.
Through global institutions like the IMF and World Bank, America extended its economic reach, offering loans and aid that shaped the policies of nations, one signature at a time.
Through trade agreements and globalization, America turned the world into its marketplace. From factories in Asia to digital commerce, every exchange carried the silent power of the dollar.
The dollar was not just a currency, it became a weapon. Sanctions, restrictions, and financial blockades gave America the power to control nations without firing a single shot.
Beyond policy and finance, America conquered through culture. From fast food to technology, its brands and lifestyles became the symbols of success across the globe.
In the digital age, America's power evolved. Through credit, data, and global finance, the dollar flows not just through banks, but through every phone, every screen, and every transaction.
From sneakers to satellites, from coffee cups to culture, America sold more than goods. It sold a dream, a lifestyle the world could buy, but never truly own.
But no empire stands unchallenged. The rise of new powers began to question the dollar's throne. Gold, oil, and now digital currencies, all whispering of a world ready to move beyond America's green shadow.
When the dollar's power began to fade, America built a new empire, not of gold or guns, but of data. Silicon Valley became the throne, and the world once again was connected through its code.
When the dollar's power began to fade, America built a new empire, not of gold or guns, but of data. Silicon Valley became the throne, and the world once again was connected through its code.
Beyond commerce and finance, America conquered minds. Through screens, platforms, and networks, its culture, ideas, and trends flowed seamlessly across the globe, shaping the way the world connects, communicates, and dreams.
America's military empire stretches across the globe. With over 800 bases in more than 70 countries, its presence is unmatched, projecting power far beyond its borders.
From intelligence hubs to rapid deployment forces, America's military is everywhere, ready to project power, protect interests, and influence events on every continent.
From Europe to Asia, the Middle East to Africa, America's bases are strategically positioned to respond, influence, and maintain a network of global power, a constellation of military might.
With the ability to deploy forces anywhere at a moment's notice, America's military empire ensures it can influence events, protect interests, and project power on every continent.
Through alliances like NATO and partnerships worldwide, the U.S. extends its military influence, turning bases into bridges of power, cooperation, and global strategy.
Behind every base are the men, women, and machines that make global dominance possible. Advanced technology, intelligence networks, and skilled personnel form the backbone of America's military empire.
From deserts to islands, America's military presence ensures rapid response in strategic regions. Each base, each deployment, strengthens its ability to shape events and secure interests globally.
Every base, every unit, every mission is part of a vast interconnected network. Together, they form a military web spanning the globe. America's empire beyond borders.
Beyond visible borders, America's elite forces move in silence, operating from hidden bases, striking unseen, and shaping the balance of power from the shadows.
These bases project power and promise security, yet they also spark tension, conflict, and questions about the true cost of dominance. For every flag raised, another story unfolds in its shadow.
It began not on the battlefield, but on the silver screen. Through stories of heroes and dreams, America shaped how the world imagined freedom, power, and love.
Through cinema, fashion, and advertising, America sold more than products. It sold a dream. A vision of success, beauty, and freedom that millions would chase across continents.
Today, the empire lives online. Every like, every view, every story shared extends America's reach. From Silicon Valley's code to the world's screens, power has gone digital.
But every empire meets its challengers. From Seoul to Mumbai, new storytellers rise, crafting their own dreams, their own heroes, and their own empires of imagination.
From the Cold War to the digital age, American media didn't just report the world, it defined it. The voices on those screens became the voices of truth, trust, and persuasion for millions.
Even as new voices rise, the American story continues to captivate the world. Through films, music, and innovation, its cultural empire endures, shaping imagination, dreams, and the future itself.
The global stage is changing. As new powers rise, old empires face challenges. America must adapt or risk being reshaped by the forces it once controlled.
As nations vie for dominance, technology and military might are the new battlegrounds. From the skies to cyberspace, the race for supremacy will define the next era.
The battlefield of the future is not only in armies or rockets, but in markets, ports, and digital commerce. Economic strength will decide which nations thrive and which falter.
America's future depends not only on its strength, but on diplomacy, alliances, and the choices of rising powers. Tensions and cooperation intertwine, shaping the uncertain path ahead.
The future will be decided not only on land or sea, but in cyberspace, labs, and innovation hubs.
nations racing to master AI and technology will shape the next era of power.
Beyond borders, new powers rise. Within, challenges grow. The world's balance of wealth, labor, and innovation will decide whether the American empire can endure or be reshaped by the future.
Empires rise, empires fall. America has shaped the world for decades, but the future remains unwritten. In the hands of people, technology, and time, the question lingers: will the empire endure?